I know we all have heard of cinematic B-roll, cinematic footage. How do I get that cinematic look? I get this question a lot. Over the years, the word cinematic has got watered down to something that just means good video, I guess. But in this video, I'm gonna give you tips on how to get cinematic footage. Number one, we don't want anybody or anything or any weather environment to tell us how our video should look. With that being said, we have to know how to manipulate, shape, modify, and motivate light. If we are outside on a sunny day, we need to know how to get the shot that we want, whether that's with an ND filter, whether that's with diffusion from the sun so we don't get harsh shadows, or being able to bounce. And that's really important in getting cinematic footage. And what do I mean by motivate the light? We all have seen unnatural lighting, right? Ring lights is a very good example of unnatural lighting. When I say motivate light, I'm saying if I was sitting at a dinner table and then there's a ring light in front of me blasting on me this way, that really doesn't make sense, right? Because at a dinner table, most likely there are light fixtures. The light will be coming down onto the table, so you would get those shadows right here. Another part to that is storytelling and concept. Lighting and everything that you do while shooting a camera should be giving you either a story, it should be giving you a feeling, a vibe, an aesthetic, anything. What you do in front of the camera and with the camera is very important to getting cinematic footage. It's just not about the camera. It's about what are you shooting and then the aspects of what's around getting you that shot. So whether that's the light, whether that's the props, whether that's what they're wearing, whether that's the location, I can go on and on. It's all about the story and the concept. And that's really key to getting cinematic footage. This is a whole nother video in itself. So we're gonna keep on moving. Camera movement is another big thing. A lot of people run around with gimbals and don't really use gimbals to their advantage. It's more like a crutch more than anything. And I think that is something that kind of takes you out of the moment. There's nothing that takes you out of a moment more than seeing an electronic gimbal move, you know? Imagine if you're watching Iron Man and the camera jerks up. Okay, that happens, but never mind, that was a bad example. Let's move on. Last step is know your cameras and know the rules before you break them. So a thing into getting cinematic footage is just knowing the rules, knowing basic rules. Why do we have that shutter rule? Why do we have the 180-degree shutter rule? Why is that a thing? It's because of motion blur. Why do we want motion blur? Because that's what our eyes see. You know, it's things like that. Once you do know that, though, you can break that. There are many films who've shot with high shutters, and there are stories that can be told using high shutter or high frame rate, like an action scene where the camera's moving it, where you want it to feel jerky. You don't want that much motion blur. But I hope all these made sense, and if you have any questions, if you want to have a conversation in the comments, do it. Okay, bye.